I think we're going to have a great night. I've seen tremendous enthusiasm throughout the state, and all the candidates obviously say that. But I'm not on the ticket. And everywhere I show up, there's hundreds and hundreds of people, and they're all wearing the "Make America Great Again" hats and carrying American flags. And this is an unbelievable state with unbelievable people who love the United States, love our Constitution, love our flag. Love what America stands for, and they're disappointed. We have the single-handed worst president in the history of our country, by far, hands down. It's not even close. Everything's worse than 4 years ago. Our whole world is destabilized. We're about to go into World War III. We just had an American massive tanker ship get hit by a missile that came out of Yemen literally minutes ago. That would have never happened under Trump. You would have never had Palestine invade Israel under Donald Trump. You would have never had the disaster that's been the Russian-Ukrainian war, where you have 700,000 dead people and literally countries in ruins. You would have never had that under Trump. And people miss those days. People miss the greatest economy this country's ever had. They miss low gas prices. They miss stability. They miss being left alone by government. And for all those reasons, I think a lot of people are really enthusiastic, plus their love of my father. And I think people are going to show up, despite the weather. I think people are going to show up in absolute masses. We're either up to 24 or 26 endorsements for my father, and it's funny, if you go back to 2016, I don't think we had a single one. It was my father going around the place. I was going around with him, Don, a couple other people. It's amazing to see endorsements come in, because again, it's just one of those things that, as non-politicians, we were never used to before. He always kind of fought on behalf of himself and for the things that he believed in. And now people are coming out because they see the great job that he did. They saw the prosperity of America. They saw that we had the greatest military in the world, that we were taking care of our vets, again, that we had the greatest economy, lowest unemployment, lowest inflation, highest wage growth. We were respected around the world. Our adversaries were actually aligned with us, had relations with us. We don't have any adversaries that have relationships with us. We can't even get American hostages out of the Gaza Strip. Our president is incompetent. He doesn't work hard. He's not a cheerleader for this nation, and we need to change that very quickly. I think sometimes endorsements are important. I think a lot of times they're not, to tell you the truth. My father's endorsement has proved to be absolutely critical. In fact, I think among Republican voters, if you don't have his endorsement, you almost can't win. I think a lot of endorsements are fantastic, and they're great. Whether or not every single one of them moves the needle, I'm not convinced they do. What moves the needle is literally millions and millions of incredibly passionate people who love America, who love our country, who know that we live in the greatest nation on earth, but know that it's being run into the ground by incompetence. And that's the endorsement my father wants. That's the endorsement that I want, and it's clearly the endorsement that he has. Even outside of campaign years, you drive all over states like Iowa and Pennsylvania and Ohio and so many others, North Carolina, and you see Trump flags all over the place. Again, these aren't campaign years. There's no going to the polls, but people are proud of what the person stood for, what the man stood for, what he ultimately fought for. They love him. They believe that he's with them every way, and he is. And I think that's the greatest endorsement you can have.